Welcome back to Minish Cap Part 22, as we are attempting to do a Kinstone fusion with Dompe that we can actually do. And this particular Kinstone fusion gives us access to the Gina. Yes, Gina, the other major Kinstone dump in the game.
Kinstone dump.
There are several Kinstone dump NPC characters. Specifically, the Crenal Hermit and Gina are the ones that I remember the most.
What distinguishes a Kinstone dump from other Kinstone uses?
Well, I think Gina and the Crenal Hermit are here specifically so that you can cash in on Kinstone fusions that you may have missed.
So she doesn't have any Kinstone fusions in herself. She just has ones that you haven't gotten yet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
At least I assume so.
That actually is a really comforting feature, because and it also. Well, wait a minute. Doesn't that mean that you don't have to like go to any of the NPCs? You can just keep going to Gina?
No, because several of the NPCs, specifically the Minish Beansprout ones, Gina and the Crenal Hermit cannot do. Mind you, those ones are always open, so I'm not entirely sure. Well, they're not always open. They are open depending on if you can access their area or not.
I see. So where are we off to next, Gerda?
Well, last part we got the golden Kinstone piece that allows us to search for the source of the flow, and you were thinking that it was the source of all the water in Hyrule, whereas I'm thinking it's the source of all magic.
Ah.
Oh, look, a fairy spring.
Well, there's magic down there, but there's no source. Break rocks! Break it!
We will break those rocks in a moment.
Yay.
So I was telling you yesterday that I picked up a copy of Chaotic Shadow Warriors. And it's decent. It's not as good as I was hopeful it might have been, but it's better than I was fearful it could have been. So
I got hung up on the word chaotic, so I thought it was like a Knuckles Chaotic sequel.
Nope.
Well, you were telling me that you were figuring out a strategy that basically does the maximum amount of damage
on turn one.
On turn one. So, the source of the flow.
Yep.
Wow. It was listed by name.
And there we go. We have opened the way up through Vale Falls.
That's what they meant by the source of the flow business. I should have checked the name tag. Yes, that's what that fellow's name was. We've dawdled long enough. What the fuck?
Dark Caves.
You were telling me... You were telling me a specific strategy in Shadow Warriors that you were using that was working out really well. I'm like, well, you gotta start with what works. And then
well, I don't actually have that strategy yet, but I'm thinking it should be pretty easy to get it, given the recursion of specific enemies.
Ah. So enemies that are particularly weak to it?
No, but there are certainly enemies that in order to actually progress and obtain additional creatures in Chaotic Shadow Warriors, you actually have to scan them during combat.
Ah. So it's kind of like throwing a Pokeball at them.
Kind of. Levers.
No, I had never seen a video for Chaotic Shadow Warriors.
That's mostly because it's very much a licensed video game based on the TV show Chaotic, and I actually like the TV show. I find that the TV show, although not honestly all that original or different, it was enjoyable enough.
But the content therein is very heavily protected.
I'm not entirely sure, actually, given the fact that I'm pretty sure the card game that was supposed to come out alongside it is mostly dead now.
They're just trying to put life into corpses. Frankenstein's monsters of commercialism.
So yeah, we had to move giant rocks multiple times in order to get 100 mysterious shells.
Just shells.
Yep.
That was the only. Okay. Either my memory fails me, or we haven't really used mysterious shells that much.
We
so
have
far.
not, actually. Mysterious shells are very much just a currency in order to obtain the figurines. And I bothered to show off the figurine shop, but I've not actually bothered to show off much of my figurine grinding.
Well, it's good that they're so plentiful that at least you don't have to go that far out of your path just to find them.
True.
Yay. Goddamn snails.
So what has Cloud been up to?
What have I been up to? Well, I've been wanting to go to the farm to play some more music for the cows. I just I might do it when we're done today. Actually, I'll stop over and play music for about 20 minutes. I had to make a set list first, but they are very patient concert guests.
Yes.
The cows.
I don't think that I could actually go out to play for the cows unless I was, doing it just for my own entertainment.
Well, I mean, that's just it. I mean, it was an idea that I got from watching videos that like my mom shared and some of my friends shared on Facebook, and it made sense to me because I've played the trumpet for a very, very long time now. So, I mean, first you have to entertain yourself because there's a good chance that the cows are not going to maybe appreciate the music that you're playing, but they do listen, which is what makes it so cool.
And here we have the most bullshit of the mini dungeons for me in this game.
Am I still alive?
What were you thinking, child? You just reaped the whirlwind, as they say. We could be dead right now. But I must admit, it did the trick. Yes, this is the land of the clouds, and you'll notice that there are various NPCs around here. This is the remnants of the Wind Tribe. If you recall, back in the Temple of the Wind, they left a message in the Ocarina of Wind in order for us to travel around places. Well, the Wind Tribe is one of the older civilizations on Hyrule that left and went up to the clouds. No.
You know what? It's funny. This is another occasion when it seems like only in the Zelda games where Vaati is the main villain, you go to the clouds as part of the main game.
Not true. In Twilight Princess, you also go to the clouds.
Do you?
Yes, you do. One of the last dungeons is the cloud city.
Oh yeah, that's right. You go to the city in the clouds.
I haven't even played Twilight Princess, and I know that. I also know it's a lot of people's least favorite dungeon because of how boring it is. So much waiting around.
It's very slow because you're supposed to use your second hook shot to go through the rooms, but they use it a little too much. I guess they wanted you to practice using the hook shot because it's required to kill the boss.
Yay, one of the golden kinstone pieces.
Yay.
This mini dungeon is all about skirting the outside edges and discovering all the all the gold kinstone pieces around, which is why it takes me for freaking ever.
Oh, you would have thought that those two would have fit together.
Almost.
It's not quite the same one. My point sort of still stands that the games with Vaati as a villain are when the games with Vaati as a villain is when you're actually walking and standing on the clouds, like the city and the sky in Twilight Princess. I mean, yes, you're in the sky and there are clouds, but you're not standing on the clouds. You're standing on structures that are situated in the clouds.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a very petty difference, but it's a difference still.
Yep, there are 5 Kinstone fusions that we have to do in order to complete this mini dungeon, and yes, these are mandatory Kinstone fusions.
Well, of course, this is a mandatory dungeon. Mini dungeon.
But this mini dungeon takes for freaking ever if you get lost, and it's very easy to get lost up here.
Link is casting a shadow on nothing.
Yes, well, water, but may as well be nothing.
Oh, look at how neat that is.
And here's one of the areas where you actually have to kill these sharks. And these cloud sharks are virtually immune to all damage while they're underneath, with the exception of the moments, I believe. Nope, they're even immune to that.
Well, the moments dig them up, don't they?
No, they don't.
Oh, you just have to wait for them to surface. Goddamn cloud sharks.
So what I end up usually doing for this is lining myself up, and then when they pop out, stunning them with a boomerang.
Yeah, nothing's working.
Yeah, nothing works on the cloud sharks.
They are swimming along. They're swimming in the cloud.
Apparently you can pop them up with your shield, but
oh.
There.
Ah! Oh, that is good. That is really good.
It's honestly how I usually deal with the cloud sharks. Just throw them off the clouds.
It's how you should deal with any enemy that is unfortunate enough to choose to fight you at the edge of a precipice. It happens very frequently.
No, demon, you can't land here.
Aslo, I'm sorry. I failed you.
Now, I should have gone up here instead of down, but I didn't.
I can see what you mean about getting lost, because there are very few, like, discernible landmarks in this dungeon.
Yeah.
The only thing you have to go on is just the shapes of the surfaces.
Here we have Lakitu.
Really? It's Lakitu?
It may as well be freaking Lakitu.
It looked like a Lakitu, actually. Yeah, that's a Lakitu.
Uh-oh, I missed that one.
Fuck.
And I ended up cutting out about 20 minutes of me just wandering around this place, looking for the Kinstones that I need. I do show a majority of this mini dungeon, but after a while, it's really boring just watching me attempt to fly around the area.
Yeah, for example. Oh, treasure chest.
Oh look, more mysterious shells.
Now, if only we could find something worth grabbing. More cloud sharks. Yeah, apparently all you gotta do is just stand there at the edge, and they'll jump because they want to attack you, and then they just fall.
Except that time.
Except that time, because he's an asshole.
There. Mind you, for a majority of the time, you don't actually have to, not kill the cloud sharks. They're just annoyances. But you pretty much always have to kill Lakitu.
Oh, that guy was just plain blocking the way. We did it! Yay!
And that should have been my first clue that I missed an important Kinstone.
Jesus Christ. If only they didn't... I could see where a sense of dread might come into play in this dungeon, because you already know you have to put all 5 pinwheels into motion. Why do they just make it like 3 or 4?
No, because then they couldn't use this massive area.
This massive area sucks.
Honestly, no. The area itself is fine. It's just that I get lost in it.
But That is not fine level area usage.
And in the next part, we will continue through cloud tops.
No. Stay away from my tops.